After an intense 40-hour battle for survival, the S-rank forest dragon unleashed its fiery breath, decimating the entire battlefield as adventurers scattered in fear. Meanwhile, Al Wayne, an unappealing and miserable farmer, was tending to his sizable eggplants, yearning for a stature larger than his own. After harvesting, the god of the world, Max, maxed out all of his farming skills, leaving his friend Tessa envious, even in fishing, a skill Tessa was supposed to excel in. In an unexpected turn, Max offered Al the chance to evolve his farming skills, resulting in the acquisition of the Broken Nature Lover status and an impressive attack level of 69,420. While en route to the royal capital to sell his crops, Al witnessed the forest dragon's fiery assault on the adventurers. Unable to ignore their plight, Al tossed a carrot at the dragon, inadvertently causing it to explode and leaving everyone bewildered by his newfound powers. Continuing his journey, Al encountered a bandit attempting to kidnap a young woman. Swiftly intervening, Al saved her and discovered his newfound ability to foresee the future. The grateful girl, named Follies, revealed herself as the princess of the royal capital. Despite Al's rude demeanor, she thanked him for saving her life. A sudden alarm interrupted their conversation, and as Al attempted to leave, he found himself detained by the guards. Follies, recognizing him as the one who defeated a formidable opponent, offered Al a massive royal field as gratitude. Confused by her generosity, Al learned about the hierarchical status system in the world, realizing he possessed unique abilities beyond comprehension. Returning to his village, Al faced a swarm of monsters threatening his home. Initially resigned to his miserable life, he felt a sense of duty upon remembering the impending annual harvest and rushed to defend his crops. Simultaneously, news reached the king's castle about the hellish situation unfolding. The captain of the knights reported the opening of the Hell Zone and the distraction caused by the dragon and the princess's abduction. The legendary hero's demise against the demon Lord Macbeth added urgency to their situation. As the chaos unfolded, the new demon king, Romeo Vandant, revealed his true identity and sinister intentions. A confrontation ensued between him, the king, and Follies at a dead end. Romeo unleashed a magical assault, and with the combined efforts of Follies' magical powers and the king's defense, they struggled to withstand the impending threat. The unfolding battle left the fate of the kingdom hanging in the balance, with Al contemplating whether to intervene once again, breathe fire, or unleash any attack. It suddenly kneeled before Al. The adventurers, including Jake, were in awe, unable to comprehend the surreal scene unfolding before them. The black dragon, with its enormous and intimidating presence, began to communicate with Al telepathically. It revealed that it was the guardian of the forest, awakened by a mysterious disturbance. The dragon sensed a unique power within Al, the same power that had defeated the forest dragon and the orc. In gratitude for safeguarding the balance of the forest, the black dragon offered Al its allegiance. Al, still bewildered by the unexpected turn of events, accepted the dragon's offer and named it Obsidian, inspired by its dark scales. With Obsidian by his side, Al's status as an adventurer skyrocketed. The news of him taming the legendary black dragon spread throughout the guild, solidifying his reputation. As Al continued his adventures, he faced various challenges alongside his newfound companions. Jake, the skilled swordsman, became his closest friend, and they formed a formidable duo in battles. Lamia, a mysterious mage, often teased Al with playful comments, while Luke, the agile rogue, showcased impressive stealth and scouting skills. Philia, disguised as the maid, continued to support Al from the shadows, ensuring his secret as the princess remained safe. Despite the initial shock, Al found himself growing fond of his quirky companions and the unpredictable twists in his adventurer's journey. One day, a messenger from the royal capital arrived at the guild with urgent news. The king requested Al's presence, revealing that a new threat had emerged, threatening the peace of the entire kingdom. As Al and his party set out to face this new challenge, little did they know that their journey was just beginning, filled with mysteries, alliances, and unexpected encounters in the vast world that lay ahead. Dragon devoured him as she managed to escape. The memories flooded back into Helen's mind as she recalled the traumatic events of her past. Ray's ghost continued explaining that he couldn't protect his sister, and in his final moments, He sealed away her memories to spare her from the pain. Helen, overwhelmed with grief and guilt, collapsed to her knees beside Ray's grave. Al, Follies, and Ray watched as she mourned the loss of her brother and the destruction of their village. With newfound determination, Helen expressed her desire to confront Ouroboros and avenge her brother's death. Al, sensing the strength within her, vowed to help her in this quest. Ray, grateful for their commitment, revealed that Ouroboros had left a clue, a black scale, that could be used to track its movements. As they left the ruins of the village, Al, Follies, and Helen formed an unlikely alliance to face the colossal threat that loomed over the kingdom. Armed with the knowledge of Ouroboros' revival and the determination to stop its reign of terror, the trio set out on a perilous journey, ready to uncover the truth behind the dragon's resurrection and bring justice to the memories of those lost. Little did they know that their path would lead them to ancient mysteries, powerful foes, and the destiny that awaited them in the shadows of a world steeped in magic and turmoil was no turning back. The immense power of Ouroboros surged through him, distorting his appearance and altering his abilities. Al's eyes glowed with an eerie darkness as the dragon took control. Mirage, weakened and unable to intervene further, urged Al to resist Ouroboros' influence and save both himself and Helen. Al, caught in a struggle for control, felt the immense power coursing through his veins, but remembered the promise he made to Helen to protect her from despair. As Ouroboros, now in control, prepared to unleash its destructive force, Al fought against the possession. The internal battle played out in a clash of wills, with Al's memories and determination pushing back against the dragon's dominance. In a burst of blinding light, the possession was expelled from Al's body, leaving him on the ground, exhausted but triumphant. Mirage, relieved to see Al free from Ouroboros' grasp, thanked him for resisting the darkness within. As the light faded, Helen, now free from the dragon's possession, regained consciousness. Overwhelmed with guilt and regret for the harm she had caused, she apologized to Al for the pain she inflicted. Al, forgiving and understanding, reassured her that they had overcome the ordeal together. With the immediate threat subdued, Mirage explained that Ouroboros, weakened by the battle, had retreated to recover. The trio, now united, realized that their journey was far from over. The dark dragon still loomed, and the mysteries surrounding its resurrection remained unsolved. Determined to uncover the truth and prevent Ouroboros' return, Al, Helen, and Mirage set out on a new quest. Their bonds strengthened by the trials they faced, they ventured into a world filled with ancient magic, mythical creatures, and the looming shadow of a dragon determined to plunge the land into despair. The adventure continued with Al, Helen, and Mirage facing challenges that tested not only their strength, but also their resilience in the face of a growing darkness. Little did they know that the true depths of Ouroboros' power and the secrets of their intertwined destinies would soon be revealed on this perilous journey, where you can smell him from a mile away. But before Al could finish his sentence, Reeks slammed into him, hugging him tightly, as if he hadn't seen him in decades. Reeks was so overjoyed to see Al that he couldn't stop crying, and snot was running down his face. Rory couldn't believe her eyes and wondered why they were so emotional. Al tried pushing Reeks away, telling him that he still reeked worse than a skunk, but Reeks insisted on clinging to him like a lost puppy reuniting with its owner. Al, slightly irritated, asked Reeks what he was doing here, and why he was acting like a clingy girlfriend. Reeks, still sobbing, explained that he missed Al so much and decided to follow him to Larugus. Rory, feeling a bit left out, asked if she was invisible or something, but the emotional reunion between Al and Reeks continued. After Reeks finally calmed down, Al introduced him to Rory, who couldn't help but roll her eyes at the whole situation. The trio decided to set up camp for the night and share stories about their adventures. Reeks shared tales of his encounters with strange creatures and near-death experiences, making Al and Rory question how he managed to survive this long. As they laughed and bonded, Al realized that despite Reeks' questionable hygiene and emotional outbursts, he was genuinely glad to have a friend like him. The next morning, the group continued their journey to Larugus, with Al secretly hoping that Reeks wouldn't be too much of a burden. Little did they know that their adventures were about to take an unexpected turn as they approached the mysterious lands of Larugus. The air was filled with excitement and a hint of trepidation as Al, Rory, and Reeks ventured into the unknown, ready to face new challenges, uncover ancient secrets, and perhaps encounter more bizarre characters on their quest. The tale of Al, the farmer, and his eccentric companions continued, with the promise of even more unpredictable twists and turns awaiting them in the mystical realm of Larugus. And so, the unlikely trio pressed forward, their fates intertwined in a journey that would shape the destiny of the lands they traversed. But his father told him to be careful, because his mom might take things too far, and Al realized he was trapped in a never-ending nightmare. The next morning, Al woke up to the smell of his mom's cooking and realized that he couldn't escape the clutches of her obsession. His father told him that they had prepared a feast for him because he was finally home, but Al was already thinking about how he could escape the situation. His mom tried feeding him with the biggest spoon she could find, but Al managed to dodge it like a ninja. His dad suggested that they could all have a family bath to celebrate Al's return, but Al quickly declined that offer and pretended to have urgent business outside. He ran faster than a speeding bullet and managed to escape his parents' house. Al decided that he needed to find Rory and Reeks and get as far away from his parents as possible. Meanwhile, Rory was still investigating the mysterious demons in the city. She encountered the mysterious man from the alley who introduced himself as Illumi. He told her that he knew about the demons and offered to help her find the missing sister. Rory, being cautious, asked Illumi why he was interested in helping her. Illumi explained that he had his own reasons and that they aligned with her goal of eliminating the demons. Rory decided to cautiously team up with Illumi, and they began their search for the missing sister. Meanwhile, Al, after escaping his parents' house, decided to check the hotel where he was supposed to meet Rory. To his surprise, he found the hotel and realized that his parents had lied to him. He wondered if they were trying to keep him away from Rory. Determined to find Rory and Reeks, Al rushed towards the location where he last saw them. Back with Rory and Illumi, they discovered a hidden passage that led to an underground chamber. There they found the missing sister, who was trapped and surrounded by strange symbols. Illumi revealed that these demons were summoned using dark magic and that they needed to break the ritual to save the girl. Together, they fought off the demons and destroyed the symbols. As the last symbol was shattered, the demons screamed and vanished into thin air. The missing sister was finally free and thanked Rory and Illumi for saving her. She explained that she and her sister had accidentally stumbled upon a dark ritual and were captured by the demons. Rory, feeling accomplished, told the sisters to be more careful in the future. Meanwhile, Al arrived at the location and saw Rory and Illumi. He was relieved to see that they were all right. Rory, still cautious of Al, asked him why he was there. Al explained that he was looking for them and that his parents had lied to him. Rory, realizing that Al wasn't involved in the deception, decided to let him join their group. The trio, now including Al, continued their journey to uncover the mysteries of Larugus and face whatever challenges awaited them. Little did they know, their adventures were just beginning in this fantastical land of demons, dark magic, and unexpected twists. Anything. Al, feeling grateful for Rory saving him, thanked her and asked if she was okay. Rory, still pretending to be tough, brushed off his concerns and claimed that she could handle much worse than a little battle with demons. As they sat there in the moonlight, Al noticed that Rory's tough facade was starting to crack. He could see the vulnerability in her eyes, and he realized that she too had her moments of doubt and fear. Al decided to open up to her about his own struggles and how he had run away from home to escape his overbearing parents. Rory, listening to Al's story, felt a connection with him. She shared that she too had faced challenges and criticism, especially as the daughter of a hero. They found solace in each other's company, realizing that despite their differences, they both had the strength to face adversity. The next morning, they continued their journey together. Al, Rory, and Reeks, who had miraculously found them, formed an unlikely but strong team. They set out to uncover the mysteries surrounding the demons, Loki's true motives, and the connection between Rory's powers and the good god. As they traveled through Larugus, they encountered various challenges, from powerful monsters to deceitful illusions. Al's farming skills and determination, Rory's newfound strength, and Reek's unconventional methods proved to be a formidable combination. Along the way, they forged a bond that went beyond mere companionship. They became a family, supporting each other through thick and thin. Their adventures took unexpected turns, leading them to ancient ruins, enchanted forests, and treacherous dungeons. Along the way, they uncovered pieces of the puzzle that hinted at a dark force manipulating the events in Larugus. Al's farming expertise even came in handy as they encountered magical flora that required special care. As they delved deeper into the mysteries, they crossed paths with new allies and formidable enemies. Each encounter brought them one step closer to unraveling the truth behind the demon's appearance and Loki's sinister plan. Along the way, Al and Rory's relationship grew stronger, fueled by shared experiences and a mutual understanding of each other's strengths and vulnerabilities. In the heart of Larugus, they faced the ultimate challenge, a confrontation with the source of the dark force that threatened the land. As they stood united against the looming darkness, Al, Rory, and Reeks realized that their journey was more than just a quest. It was a testament to the power of friendship, resilience, and the unwavering spirit of unlikely heroes. And so, their epic tale in the fantastical land of Larugus continued, filled with twists, turns, and the promise of a destiny waiting to unfold. With the passage of time, life returned to normal in Antisburg. Al continued his adventures as a farmer, cultivating his land and facing occasional challenges alongside Rory, who accompanied him on quests against monsters and demons. Despite the ups and downs, the duo found solace and strength in each other's company. Al's farm flourished, gaining a reputation for its exceptional produce. Meanwhile, Helen remained steadfast in her role as a guardian, protecting the kingdom from external threats, and Reeks, well, continued to be Reeks. One day, Al received a letter from Tessa expressing her admiration for his exploits and confessing her feelings for him. Surprised by the confession, Al decided to meet Tessa and have an honest conversation about their relationship. Though Tessa's feelings were genuine, Al realized that his heart belonged to someone else. While they remained friends, Al's attention turned toward Rory. As Al and Rory faced new challenges and explored uncharted territories, their bond deepened. Rory, who struggled with insecurities, found strength and encouragement in Al's unwavering support. One day, standing on a hill overlooking the kingdom, Al confessed his feelings to Rory. He expressed that she wasn't just a companion or friend, but someone he deeply cherished. Overjoyed, Rory revealed that she, too, harbored similar feelings. From that moment, Al and Rory's adventures took on a new dimension. Their love blossomed, adding a unique spark to their journey. The duo became legendary not just for their heroic deeds, but also for their incredible love story. As a couple, Al and Rory faced the future together, promising each other a happily ever after in the kingdom of Antisburg. To confess their love for each other, Follies whispered to the king, "I will never love you." The priest proceeded with the ceremony, unaware of the turmoil within the princess. Meanwhile, Al reached the room where Follies was being held. He found her handcuffed and begged him to save her. Al quickly used his farming tools to break the chains, and Follies hugged him tightly, grateful for his arrival. Back in the cathedral, Helen and Rory faced the prince and the knights. Helen transformed into her dragon form, while Rory wielded her sacred sword. Together they fought valiantly to create a distraction. Follies and Al, using the chaos as cover, sneaked into the cathedral. However, the king noticed them and commanded the knights to stop them. Al, in his usual style, charged forward, slashing through the knights with his mighty hoe. As they reached the front of the cathedral, Follies declared that she wouldn't marry the prince. Al, showing his support, screamed that he wouldn't let the prince marry her against her will. The priest, understanding the gravity of the situation, refused to continue the ceremony. The prince, furious, drew his fake holy sword, but Rory and Helen, having defeated the knights, stood in his way. A fierce battle ensued between Al and his friends against the prince and his deceitful plans. Rory's sacred sword proved to be more powerful than the fake holy sword, and Helen's dragon form intimidated the prince and his forces. Finally, Al delivered a powerful blow with his hoe, knocking the prince out. The castle guards, realizing the truth about the fake holy sword, turned against the prince. With the kingdom in chaos, the true culprit was revealed to the public. Follies, feeling the weight lifted off her shoulders, thanked Al for saving her. The king, who had been misled by his son, apologized to Follies and the people of the kingdom. The next day, Follies officially announced her departure from the kingdom to pursue her own path. She thanked Al for everything and left, promising to come back and visit. With the crisis averted, Al resumed his life as a farmer, tending to his fields with Rory by his side. The kingdom of Antiesburg slowly recovered from the deception, and the people celebrated their newfound freedom from the false threat of demons. Al and Rory's love continued to bloom, and their adventures as a couple were just beginning. The kingdom of Antiesburg had finally found peace, thanks to the unyielding spirit of a humble farmer and his extraordinary friends. Realized he wasn't going to harm her, and accepted the food. Al learned that her name was Olivia, and she became his companion. They grew up together, facing challenges and hardships. As Al reminisced about the past, he realized that the bond he shared with Olivia was something special. He cherished their friendship, and was grateful for the moments they had together. The girls at the guild might tease him about other women, but in his heart, Olivia held a unique place. One day, as they walked through the fields, Olivia expressed her gratitude to Al. She told him that he had given her a second chance at life, and she felt fortunate to have him as her friend. Al, in his usual manner, brushed it off with a humble smile, saying that they helped each other survive. Back at the guild, the girls were curious about Al's past and his relationship with Olivia. Al shared the story of how they met and how Olivia became a part of his life. The girls realized the depth of Al's compassion and the importance of friendship to him. As they listened to his story, the girls gained a better understanding of Al's character and the experiences that shaped him. Days went by, and Al continued his life as a farmer, surrounded by his crops and the companionship of Olivia. The guild adventures and the antics of Rory, Helen, and Follies added excitement and joy to his routine. In the quiet moments of tending to his fields, Al often found himself reflecting on the journey he had undertaken. The challenges, the battles, and the friendships had molded him into the person he was. He appreciated the simple pleasures of life, the beauty of nature, and the bonds he had formed with those around him. And so, Al's adventure continued, one planting season at a time, with his faithful companions and the memories of his past guiding him. In the vast kingdom, where demons and mysteries lurked, Al embraced each day with gratitude, knowing that his journey was filled with the richness of friendship, especially with Olivia by his side, was that he was safe. Al couldn't bear to see his village in ruins and decided to investigate the cause of the disaster. Tessa, Olivia, and Al journeyed to the capital to seek answers and aid. Upon reaching the capital, they discovered that the city was also in disarray. The destruction seemed to be linked to the emergence of demons, and chaos had consumed the once prosperous kingdom. The trio navigated through the devastated streets, witnessing the aftermath of the demonic invasion. As they ventured deeper into the city, they encountered survivors who shared tales of a powerful demon known as the Cataclysm, wreaking havoc and causing widespread destruction. The Cataclysm's origins were mysterious, and its malevolent influence had plunged the entire kingdom into turmoil. Driven by the desire to save their people and restore peace, Al, Tessa, and Olivia joined forces with other survivors to form a resistance. They trained, strategized, and prepared for the impending battles against the demonic forces that threatened their homeland. The group learned about ancient artifacts scattered across the kingdom, relics with the potential to seal away the cataclysm. To locate these artifacts, they embarked on a perilous journey, facing demons, overcoming challenges, and forging alliances with other resistance groups. As they collected the artifacts, Al's determination and leadership became a beacon of hope for the survivors. Tessa's combat skills, Olivia's resilience, and the support of their newfound allies strengthened their resolve. Throughout their quest, they uncovered the truth behind the cataclysm. An ancient evil force sought to consume the world, and the cataclysm was merely its harbinger. The final confrontation approached, and Al knew that the fate of the kingdom rested on their shoulders. In a climactic battle, the resistance faced the cataclysm, wielding the artifacts to counter its devastating power. Al, Tessa, and Olivia fought valiantly, drawing strength from the bonds they had formed and the hope they represented. Ultimately, with a combination of strategy, teamwork, and sacrifice, they managed to seal away the cataclysm, ending the demonic threat and bringing peace to the kingdom once more. As the survivors celebrated their hard-fought victory, Al reflected on the resilience of the human spirit. The scars of the past remained, but the kingdom could rebuild, and the fields could flourish again. Together, they would forge a new future, united against whatever challenges lay ahead. With the kingdom on the path to recovery, Al returned to his farm, determined to cultivate the land anew. The once devastated fields began to thrive again, symbolizing the resilience of life and the hope that endured even in the face of darkness. And so Al's adventure continued, not only as a farmer, but as a beacon of hope for those who believed in the power of unity, friendship, and the unwavering spirit of resilience in the face of adversity. Notice of his fallen produce, realizing that something was indeed wrong with the town, they continued their investigation and discovered that the once thriving gold town was now a shadow of its former self. The townspeople appeared to be living in constant fear, and the fields that were once lush with crops now lay barren. Lydia led Al to the town square, where a large crystal stood at the center. The crystal was supposed to protect the town from monsters, but it was now emitting a strange, ominous energy. Al, with his heightened sensitivity to magic, could sense that something was amiss with the crystal. As they approached the crystal, Lydia revealed that her sister, the town's chief, had gone missing, and she believed that the crystal might be connected to her disappearance. Al, fueled by his desire to uncover the truth and his determination to save the town, decided to investigate further. The investigation led them to an old manor on the outskirts of Goldtown, rumored to be haunted. As they entered the eerie mansion, strange occurrences began to unfold. Mysterious whispers, ghostly apparitions, and unsettling shadows added to the chilling atmosphere. Al, armed with his trusty farming tools, pressed forward, determined to unravel the mystery. Deep within the manor, they discovered a hidden chamber filled with arcane symbols and dark magic. It became apparent that the crystal in the town square was being used to channel dark energy, affecting the minds of the townspeople. The true mastermind behind the scheme revealed herself, a sorceress who had been manipulating the crystal for her own nefarious purposes. She sought to siphon the life force of the townspeople to enhance her magical abilities. A fierce battle ensued between Al and the sorceress. Armed with his farming tools and determination, Al faced the dark magic head-on. Lydia, empowered by her faith in Al, fought alongside him. Through strategic teamwork and determination, they managed to disrupt the sorceress's dark ritual and sever her connection to the crystal. The released energy purged the malevolent influence from the town. With the sorceress defeated, the crystal returned to its protective state, and Goldtown began to recover. The crops started to grow once again, and the townspeople gradually regained their normal lives. In gratitude, the townspeople praised Al and Lydia for saving Goldtown from the dark forces that had plagued it. Al, ever humble, credited the strength of his friends and the power of unity for their success. As they left Goldtown, Lydia expressed her heartfelt gratitude to Al, and he assured her that she could rely on him whenever she needed help. The pendant she had given him served as a reminder of their shared adventure and the bond they had forged in the face of adversity. As Al and Lydia ventured back to the Adventurers Guild, their journey continued, with new challenges and mysteries awaiting them. Little did they know that their paths would intertwine with even greater adventures, as the world beyond Goldtown held countless secrets and untold tales. And so, the tale of Al Wayne, the humble farmer with a heart as vast as his fields, continued to unfold in the ever-expanding tapestry of a world filled with magic, mystery, and friendship, and protect his precious crops. Armed with determination, Al, Fowl, Rory, and Helen confronted the menacing bush killer. The battle against the bush killer was intense. Its thorny vines lashed out at them, but Al skillfully wielded his farming tools to cut through the vines. Fowl unleashed his magical prowess, creating protective barriers and launching powerful spells. Rory and Helen, despite their bickering, showcased their combat skills, coordinating attacks to weaken the bush killer. As the battle raged on, Linnea, who had joined the group, utilized her magical abilities to support them. Together, they managed to weaken the bush killer's defenses. Al, with a powerful swing of his hoe, struck the core of the bush killer, causing it to wither and dissipate. With the threat neutralized, Al surveyed his vegetable fields, ensuring that his hard work remained intact. Fowl, Rory, and Helen, though battered and bruised, joined Al in celebrating their victory. Linnea, grateful for the camaraderie, expressed her admiration for the group's teamwork. As they returned to the farmhouse, Al decided to prepare a special feast using the vegetables that had survived the bush killer's attack. The aroma of freshly cooked dishes filled the air, and the group gathered around the table to enjoy the fruits of their labor. During the meal, Fowl, Rory, and Helen, who had initially teased Al about his relationship with Linnea, realized the genuine bond the group shared. They acknowledged Linnea's magical prowess and welcomed her into their circle. Fowl, always the observant one, even noticed a subtle blush on Al's face when Linnea praised his skills. With the threat of the bush killer behind them, the group continued their daily lives on the farm. Al, now surrounded by friends who shared his love for vegetables, found joy in cultivating his crops and exploring the mysteries of the magical world. As seasons changed and crops flourished, Linnea's magical abilities proved invaluable in enhancing the farm's productivity. The group faced new challenges, encountered magical creatures, and embarked on adventures that strengthened their bonds. In the midst of their journey, Al discovered that the magic pendant Linnea had gifted him had unique properties. It resonated with the magic of the farm, amplifying the growth of his vegetables. Al, ever the humble farmer, appreciated the magical assistance but continued to rely on his farming tools and hard work. The farm, once a simple plot of land, transformed into a magical haven where nature and magic coexisted harmoniously. Al and his friends, each with their unique abilities, contributed to the flourishing of the farm and the surrounding lands. And so the tale of Al Wayne, the farmer with a heart as vast as his fields, continued to unfold in the enchanted realm where friendship, magic, and the love of vegetables intertwined. The farm became a testament to the power of unity, hard work, and the joy of sharing life's bounties with cherished companions. Identity, and standing before Al, was the demon queen herself, Mammon. Mammon, amused by Al's perceptive nature, commended his ability to see through her illusion. Yuria, shocked by the revelation, couldn't believe that her caretaker, Domas, was actually the demon queen. Mammon explained that she had been manipulating Domas to use Yuria as a pawn to infiltrate the human world and gather information. Yuria felt betrayed, realizing that her father had also fallen victim to Mammon's schemes. Mammon, recognizing Al's strength, proposed a deal. She offered him power and riches, tempting him to join forces with her. However, Al, unwavering in his principles, rejected Mammon's offer, stating that he would never betray his friends and the values he held dear. Furious at Al's refusal, Mammon unleashed her demonic powers, preparing to strike. Al, fueled by his determination and the memories of his friends, stood his ground. The battle between Mammon and Al unfolded, with Mammon's dark magic clashing against Al's formidable physical prowess. As Mammon launched powerful spells and summoned dark creatures, Al skillfully dodged, parried, and countered. Yuria, inspired by Al's bravery, decided to help him in the fight. Together, they fought against Mammon, determined to put an end to her manipulative schemes. The battle reached its climax, and Mammon, realizing that she was on the verge of defeat, attempted to escape. However, Al, with his incredible speed, intercepted Mammon before she could flee. In a final decisive strike, Al incapacitated Mammon, bringing an end to her reign of manipulation. With Mammon defeated, Yuria's father, freed from the mind control, regained consciousness. The Demon King expressed his gratitude to Al for saving them from Mammon's influence. Yuria, now free from the burden of her past, thanked Al for his unwavering support and friendship. The Demon King, impressed by Al's strength and integrity, offered an alliance between the human and demon realms. He recognized the potential for cooperation and understanding between their worlds. Al, always valuing harmony, accepted the proposal, envisioning a future where humans and demons could coexist peacefully. As a gesture of goodwill, the Demon King gifted Al a magical artifact, a seed that, when planted, would grow into a tree bridging the gap between the human and demon worlds. Al, appreciating the symbolic gesture, planted the seed in a special place on his farm. With Mammon's defeat, the influence of demonic forces in the human world diminished. Al returned to his farm, where his friends eagerly awaited his return. Fowl, Rory, and Helen were surprised by the events that had transpired, but were glad to see Al safe and victorious. As the seasons passed, the farm flourished, and the enchanted tree grew, serving as a symbol of the newfound alliance between humans and demons. Al continued his life as a dedicated farmer, surrounded by friends who shared his love for vegetables and the magic that connected their worlds. And so, the tale of Al Wayne, the humble farmer with an extraordinary destiny, continued to unfold in the enchanted realm, where bonds of friendship transcended the boundaries between worlds. The farm, now a place of unity and cooperation, stood as a testament to the power of compassion, understanding, and the shared joy of cultivating the fruits of the earth body, and Al saw that it was really Olivia.